Let's go try to make some money. It's Friday, and I've never sourced on a Friday before, so I'm interested to see if it's any different than other days that I've gone out. So I'm not sure if stores like put out one type of inventory on specific days. I have a lot of these returns to do today, which I need to do because I need to make sure I get that money back so I can respend it. Also, definitely gotta recycle our bags. And we are taking out the Beast today, the ultimate reselling machine. Already been resigned to the fact that it's gonna take a couple different days because it's been a pretty long and busy week, probably already done 40 hours. So my body really just needed to sleep in this morning, so we're getting a late start. I seem to always be getting late starts. I think I should just say when I'm getting an early start instead of getting a late start. We need to have a quick chat about how I'm changing my business model just a tiny bit at a different point. If you watched some of my videos before, you know that I don't want to resell to make the most money that I can, but I'd rather make the money that I need to live and then focus on something that I'm more passionate about than just going shopping all the time. So I only try to go out sourcing 2 days every 2 weeks, and that's been working totally fine, but I've been budgeting about $1,500 for Amazon and eBay inventory together. But I just actually shot a video that'll be coming out after this one that's about how my eBay business was pretty much failing, how I'm reviving it so I not only have less risk, but also will make more money and keep it as that emergency fund that I want it to be for Amazon. So today we're gonna try to spend $1,400 on Amazon inventory. We're also gonna try to spend the money from all of those returns, so that'll equate to the $1,500. On another credit card that I have, we're gonna spend all the money that I possibly can on eBay because of what I explained in that video that's coming out. But essentially what I'm doing is buying stuff, putting it at a 40% return on investment in terms of an auction, and then trying to sell it over 4 auction periods, and if it doesn't sell, just returning it. So instead of just having the overall totals, I'm just gonna put the Amazon totals in the corner after I make purchases, and we'll go over all the eBay totals at the very end, so that'll be kind of like a surprise. But I do also have one other surprise in this video for you guys. The surprise is also a little bit of a housekeeping item for me, and it's actually that I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a Q&A in this video because I'm a little behind on responding to comments on YouTube. So for every $150 that we spend in this video, I'll be answering one of your guys' questions or responding to a comment. First question is gonna be from Audrey W, and she asked, why don't you use Keepa on Scoutify? When you first asked the question, I actually didn't even realize that you could do that. I was about to be super excited. Then I looked into it a little bit further, and a Keepa subscription is $17.50 a month. My Scout IQ subscription is $14 a month, so it's $3.50 cheaper. That's why I don't do it, but I am free to be convinced. Just walked in and I see a decent amount of soccer stuff over there, so let's check it out. Also got our first return of the day. I see a lot of academies, clubs, a lot of clubs. Some of these I have right now for sale. They haven't sold yet, so not interested in that. These are interesting. A lot of times these Superflies will sell even if they're just academy variation, especially if they're only 20 bucks. These are interesting too. So these ones might sell. Are these 20 bucks? Yeah. I think these will be good as well. I'll check those. They're not super massive finds, but I picked up 2 of these because they're size 9. This is why I bought them though. They don't have a lot of sold comparables. There's only 9 total listings. There aren't any other size 9 listings that I can see. Normally I wouldn't be super interested, but because of my new eBay business model, I am, because worst case scenario, I just return it and I don't have any risk. This splitting of Amazon and eBay is gonna make today a little weird. That would have been $95, but instead it only counts for like 12. Luckily found a lot of great eBay stuff, but Amazon's gonna have to ramp it up. Marshall isn't normally one of the places I find a lot, but the next place that we find a lot of eBay stuff, I have a really cool trick to show you that I just learned this week. One factor I totally forgot to think about is that it's Friday, so it's gonna be so much busier than it otherwise would be. I'm really interested, how often do you guys return stuff to stores? Whether you like make a bad buy or you get a return from Amazon? Part of me feels like it's wrong to do it, but also I know that there are literal return policies. So since I need to spend that money today, I actually got it sent onto a Walmart card. I want to have it as available credit for a couple of days. Let's hope we can spend this $13.50 and a lot more. Has not been good so far. Not feeling good right now. There's so many people everywhere and not a lot of stuff so far. So I was at this Ross a couple days ago. So I'm interested to see what different types of inventory they might have over a 2-day period. I had to come over here to get service, but I cannot believe I almost passed these up. Look at this eBay listing. The solds are like $80 and they're selling it for $15. This one's like 60 bucks for 17. So there are a couple new shoes. I didn't see that much new stuff. Maybe like 5% of the inventory over 2 days in terms of the shoes. I didn't really look for Amazon stuff the last time I was here, so we'll keep checking for that. I was so stoked. I saw that these were new. These look like they're relatively expensive. I've sold things similar to this for like $45. Selling them for 20. I assume maybe I can make back 80% or so. But they have no sales rank and they would lose me money. Getting my hopes up today and they're getting smacked. Can I do 2 separate transactions? The one kind of bad thing about the van is it's all the way down there because it doesn't fit in a single spot. The other not so great thing is that this key fob, the batteries don't work or the key fob just doesn't work. Bought the van really beat up and have to fix it up. Hoping it's just a battery issue, but I have to do everything through the driver's side door because the passenger door doesn't even have a manual key area. Amazon? eBay pile is much bigger. Next up, return this. right over there. So we're just about $50 away from that second question, but normally at Academy I spend more than 200, and so if we do that, then I'll be answering 2 questions. So I figured I'll just answer one up front. So on my last full reselling vlog, OG Ray asked, what scanner do you use and what store did I spend the $500 at? So the store that I spent the $500 at is Academy, which is kind of the reason why I'm doing this beforehand. The scanner that I use is this Yo-Yo scanner. I like it a lot. It's $40 on Amazon. I'll have an affiliate link down in the description. But mine broke. Mostly because, like I said, when I had found it, it was in my fishing bag for a while, and that fishing bag was in the rain. Probably got water splashed all over it. Salt water tends to not play well with electronics. It had held up for me for like 5 or 6 months, so as long as you don't go dunking it in salt water, you should probably be fine. That's the scanner, and this is the store where I spent 500 bucks. Hopefully we can do that again. I made to change my shoes for the next store. These are getting a little bit uncomfy. Something cool. I showed this in a short, and I maybe talked about it in another video. I bought a couple of them, tested the product, then I shipped a bunch of them, and I've sold 7 over the past 30 days. It's honestly not as much as I thought, because I don't have a lot of competition on the listing. Something really cool though, if we take this, I know it's been here for over a month, a lot of times they'll lower the clearance prices even, so this is now only $172. Now if I sell it for the price I'm at, I'll make even more, and I can even lower the price and still make over 100%. These have sold pretty much year round, and more so in the fall, because I think it's more of a fall base. If I can buy them now for $172 and have them sit in Amazon even for 6 months, there's not a lot of storage charges. This is literally all the same item. I'm not gonna buy them out, but I'd probably buy 20 or 30. So I got really excited when I saw this guy because it was right here for $296. But always check the UPCs because this one costs like $8, not $296. And there have been so many times when I've just trusted that and gone up to the register and it has not been good. Also, whenever I check something like this and see that they lower the price, I'll always check the other items that are on clearance around it. $497, I just ring it up. $347, and you get back $621. With no FBA sellers, so I might even be able to put that at $11 and get 100%. Keep having to get these carts. Here's another big tip, and this happens sometimes when sales end at these stores, but they don't always change the inventory system. These Smithwick baits right here, they were on clearance on some of the academies that I was at recently. Now obviously you can see they're back at the normal $6.29 price, and you get back about $5 for everyone that you sell. So I just wanted to double check, and it looks like these ones, at least this color, are still on clearance for $2.29. So I'm gonna check all of them, so if you know something was on clearance and you can check the price, a lot of times it'll be worth it to do that. So the tip I just gave about double checking prices, all of these yellow and green things were like that. All back to normal prices on here. They're still ringing up for $2, hundreds of dollars of profit, just because of that trip. Still got a couple more aisles in the store, and then we'll make our guess. We might just go to another academy because it looks like the clearance prices just went down. I think this is the most I've ever spent at a single store, maybe in my life. I mean, we'll see. I feel bad for the cashier and the customers behind me, but my guess is that we're gonna spend $712.82.
Okay, so this is gonna be $717.01.
That takes the cake for the most that I've ever spent. I did double check while everything was going in, everything was at the right price. I was pretty freaking close too, to be honest. $20 off, I feel like I'm 2 for 3. Last reselling vlog was really bad. I was off by like 200 bucks. This one, right on. The one before the last one, right on. Oh hey, definitely just earned a couple Q&As. So we'll eat, answer some questions. We're gonna hit up that other academy. We might be able to finish reselling today in like 7 hours. That would be crazy! Do your guys' moods also change with how well your day is going reselling? As you can definitely tell, mine has changed quite a freaking lot. Oh, there's so much. I was thinking of stopping at like a Ross's on the way here, but I realized we should probably get to this academy that's right over there super fast because I was 2 hours in the last one. So we're gonna grab some food, do a couple questions, and then bounce in there and hopefully don't need 2 hours, hopefully spend another 700 bucks. Let's knock out at least 2 questions real quick. Natasha Giles, pretty sure it's Giles. If it's not Natasha, please correct me. It says, yeah, you've updated to a Scotty peeler. FYI, try using heat and Scotty peeler at the same time. Labels will come out super easy. I use the same tape, excellent choice. Next, a tape gun would speed up your process. That was in my video where I talked about all the different things I use as a reseller. And a tape gun is something that I think I will want to get. In that video, I shared how I had to use those small rolls of tape because I ran out. And then I ordered that massive bit on Amazon. Well, those small ones had like a kind of tape gun function on them. And it made it so much easier. So I definitely appreciate that suggestion. And then in terms of using heat and Scotty peeler at the same time, I find that as long as I use the heat and then use the Scotty peeler after, it's fine. I did set up a little contraption that I'll show you here that I use with my hair dryer now to keep it to stand up. Otherwise, I would need 3 hands to hold it, to use the Scotty peeler, and to hold the items. I didn't notice a massive difference, except for that my hands get a lot hotter. But the good thing with that is I don't have to continually put the heat back on the item, so that's definitely a good suggestion. So this is something that I've been getting from a couple people. Michael Lechner, or Lechner, please tell me how to pronounce your name so I'm not butchering that as well. 2 comments. He said you can plug Keepa into Scoutify also as long as you have a Keepa subscription. That kind of goes back to that first question I talked about. And then get the Dymo label writer, or maybe even a Rollo. It's a game changer. And then one of my most recent comments is get a Rollo label printer. You'll kick yourself for not getting one sooner. I gotta be honest, like people have been telling me to do that, and I don't necessarily see the need. I really don't mind mind how I'm doing things now. I wish I didn't have to spend like $80 to $100 just to try out a label printer. If there are any cheaper suggestions, please let me know. I'm not against it, I just don't feel the need to do it. I'm still holding out for now. That can easily change. And stuff like that is something that I'd love to be able to test out as this channel grows and I actually start to make money from it. Last one before we actually head into Academy, but Vince from Think Investing said, great advice on telling your friend to pull his credit to check if there's anything not right, then he can fix it. One of the things that has changed because of COVID in the CARES Act, they now let you check your credit about once a month, I think, or maybe even any time. It used to be only once a year you could check your actual credit report for the 3 crediting agencies. You just have to go on their website and you'll be able to pull that report for free. So if you've never done that, that's definitely something that you should do, because then you'll be able to see if there's anything funky on your credit report, especially if your score isn't where you think it should be. That would be able to give you a lot of indication as to what's actually going on. Let's go try to spend another $700. That way we can get through the rest of these questions. So we got an hour and a half until they close. This is where a scanner would really freaking help. I'm sure it would have probably been about 30 minutes faster if I had the scanner at the last store. I'm gonna be bold. We're gonna start off with a cart today. I really hope this doesn't mean that I'm gonna find nothing. Those yellow tags make me think we might be able to find something. Time for a long scan session. So I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to record because I keep having to go back from here over to the price scanner. All the prices are not updated. They're cheaper than what they show here, and at this price I wouldn't buy them. Definitely not as good as last time. But that's only one aisle. I'm hoping we at least get 300 bucks. I'm not trying to push for anything fancy. $700, $300, I'll be a happy man. It's not the last store. I don't even think it'll be 300, but it's a couple bucks.
It's gonna be $281.67, sir. So do you like to fish?
Just under $300. I don't think we'll be able to finish up all of our reselling tonight, but we'll hit up as many stores as we can. We'll at least be done early tomorrow, because I have to get up early anyways to go play some soccer. I'm so sorry I don't speak any Cyrillic languages, but I think it's Abraham came. How to connect with you. I know how to get ungated in Nike. That's really cool. If you could reach out, that'd be sweet. You can either reach out to me on Instagram at AMBDNZA, but I really don't use Instagram that much. I'm really bad at it. So you can also reach out to me via email, ambodanza@gmail.com. A couple of you have already done that, and I really appreciate your support and even just being willing to ask me further questions. I'm definitely not the foremost expert, but we could definitely have a conversation. I can give you my opinion on stuff. Well, I'm in a rainy tin can, and I gotta get over to Burlington. Because I'm in the van, and it's massive, I have to park far away. Time to be dramatic. Alright, hope we need this. I was pretty excited that I saw these, but then how the frick do they get returned and be so nasty? We do have all of these in here, which are potentials. So we're gonna look those up real quick and see what we can find. Cross-country shoes, got the spikes. These have sold a bit, but not enough. I have 3 of these. These are Keepa 20.3s. If you've watched this video on how I source shoes, you'll know that these are the second tier takedown model. If we just look on the tag right there, they got the art number. High prices. Haven't sold in over a month now. 26 listings. So these are all going back. These ones I have for sale. Different colorways. These tend to sell pretty decent. Size 6? Ooh. Oh, there was one that sold that was a size 6 of a different colorway for 60 bucks. Especially with my new model, this will not hurt to pick up at least. Holy crap. That's some range. Found these really cool Stan Smiths. These are $35. So I'll need it to be selling for like 75 plus. Yeah, that's a good find right there. Tiny bit of wear, but that just looks like scuffing on the edges that you can take off really easily. Next, they're $17. 20. One other thing that I learned that's really cool, instead of going to sold and completed, we click this customize button down here. We can actually lock the filters. So we click lockable filters. And then when we click sold and completed, we can hit that little lock button. And so those ones will always be on. So that way you don't have to do that when you go into the listing. Obviously there are some benefits of seeing that first listing page, but no matter what, I always go to the solds pretty much first. So locking that can be really helpful. Shout out Reezy Resells. I saw that in one of his shorts, but I figured I would pass that information along to you as well. 2 more shoes to look at. Nemesis 19.3 Turf. I actually have some of these that have bids right now. These are $30. I'm not even gonna look them up. Here, $17, 907-566-80. One sold, $33. When I see that, I wanna check to see if there are any other listings. Yeah, so there's 11 results. If there were like 1 or 2, I would think that that would mean that these would sell out pretty much when they get there because there's not a lot of listings, and there is 1 sold recently. But since there's 11 listings and only 1 of them sold, I'm gonna pass on them. Still got 2 things. These Stan Smiths, which should make me about $40, and then these, which should make me about $20 if they sell. Let's keep checking the rest of the store. Not the worst. Everything pretty much is going to be closed except for Ross and Walmart from here on out. I think I'm probably already over that $1,500 mark at this point, just in terms of overall money spent. But because I'm changing my eBay business model, I'm not counting it. But I think that this will be a much more sustainable way and a way to make a little bit more money. Those look good. To be kids again? Yeah. I was really hoping since they were over in the men's section that they'd be the bigger ones, but nope. I found a lot of jerseys, and I realized that I was actually looking up jerseys wrong on eBay. I would always scan the UPC, but most people don't use the UPC. So I'm gonna go back to this video for one of the comments. Truly Jacobs down here. Why can't you just scan the barcode instead of looking up the art number? For both shoes and now I've realized for jerseys, there's a pretty good reason for that. Now on eBay, there's a bunch of different things that you can put into the back end of a listing, like the art number, or the UPC code. But a lot of people just put the art number and they don't actually scan the UPC, because if you're like me and I list it on my computer, I don't put my UPC in, I just hit does not apply because it makes my life a lot easier. But then when you're outsourcing, if you scan the UPC, way less listings will come up. So for instance, we're just gonna scan real quick. Look at that, only one thing comes up. But if I look it up by the art number, FR3964, there's 3 listings now, and we can see all the solds. There are 6 solds and 3 listings. So, and a lot of the solds are from recent and for way more than my $20 buy cost. You definitely can look it up by the barcode, but if you're not finding any listings and you think it's a really good item, like Bayern Munich's a pretty popular team, their training jacket for $90 should sell on eBay for a decent amount, like probably 40 or 50. If only one listing's coming up and no solds, go ahead and check the art number. Ross just changed their hours. So now they close at midnight, so I might actually be able to get to 2 more of them. We'll see. I'm getting a little tired too. I think we'll probably have to go out for a couple hours tomorrow. Not super long, which is good. Just eBay stuff. Obviously getting more tired as we're getting closer to midnight. We're gonna be able to make it to one more Ross, barely. Last store of the day. I have one simple goal. Find one thing for Amazon.
Sick. Found it.
Couple hundred to go tomorrow. We are way further than I thought we would be. It's also later than I thought it would be because I didn't realize that they were gonna be open until midnight. So that's gonna adjust my sleep a little bit. Pretty stoked on our spend so far though. And I gotta go play some soccer in the morning, and then I will see you at the first Walmart. Got a couple of stores on the way home, this Walmart and then a TJ Maxx over there. But we do have another question to get to now. I'll give it to you as a bonus question. Smart Money Anthony asks, are you out of shape? And as I learned today, the answer to that is yes. Don't normally come over to this technology. Ooh, that's a battery section to source, but I've been skunked at the whole rest of the store, so I decided to just sneak my way on over here. But these, $185, if you're not having a good day, try to check out some of the sections that you normally won't go to, and maybe you'll find some good stuff. I'm thinking about actually going into a store and literally scanning everything in the store or everything in one section and making a video or a series out of it. If that's something you like, leave a like on the video or let me know in the comments. And if that's something that you want, I would definitely be interested in doing it. Dang, I missed the boat on that one. 50 cents for a skull candy jib. I know those don't sell for like $1 billion, but that would be like 8 times my money because I think you get about $4 back on each of those. I buy them at Ross sometimes, or see them at least. I'm definitely gonna start checking this tech stuff more. Maybe don't put tape on your credit card. I'm so happy I didn't get skunked. That's one of the worst feelings, especially when I had such a nice 9 hours yesterday. Modest Millennial asks, who also has a channel talking about money if you want to check it out. I haven't looked into retailing hugely, but I've had success flipping stuff from garage sales. I said, that's great. What's been your best find? He found some lamps, chairs, side tables. What about me? So my best find has to be something that I made a video about a while ago. It's not actually technically a reselling video. It's more about how to take smart risks with your life and your money. I'll overlay some B-roll from that video here, but I found like 20 something pairs of top-end soccer cleats. I kept 2 of them for myself because spending $50 to have over $500 worth of cleats was something that was definitely worth it for me. The best find, or one that sticks out in my mind, is from when I really started reselling back when I was in high school or maybe early college. I found 2 of these, which are again the top end model of a Nike's pair of soccer cleats, and these are the cleats that I've had for a very long time. I found these for $17 and I found 2 pair of them. I kept one for myself and I sold the other one in one day for $130, I think. But I think that's also special to me, not only because I kept one of those pairs, but also it was one of my first sales on eBay, and making over $100 of profit almost immediately was something that kind of got me hooked on this treasure hunt, which is why I'm doing it now and how I was able to quit my job. Shariel, thank you for your question. Let's get over that TJ Maxx. Haha, nice. We are getting there. Come on, TJ Maxx. I'm hoping that we get some more journals. I saw some more moleskins and picked some up at the Marshalls, and TJ Maxx and Marshalls are the same store, so I'm hoping we can start getting some more moleskins because those sell fast and are pretty profitable for me. Not seeing anything.
Not even really done.
Nothing back in the main section, but a lot of times TJ Maxx and Marshalls will have more journals in the checkout aisle, so we'll definitely check there as well. Ooh, I told you guys. Let's see if these are profitable. Just these 2, but we're getting closer. Honestly, better than I thought. A lot of times I'll come to this TJ Maxx kind of as a consolation because it's next to that Walmart. We're gonna go home, shower up, and then head over to another side of town and finish up our day reselling because we're pretty freaking close. But I wouldn't mind finding some extra eBay stuff or maybe even spending a little bit over our budget. We'll see. On the road again. Oh, I'm missing something. Oh yeah, my keys. Oh, you were thinking something else? Oh, that's better. I honestly don't expect to find too much from Amazon here. I do hope that they have a lot of the same stuff that the first Marshalls yesterday had. Just the higher tier of soccer cleats instead of the ones that one had. But if we can find some stuff for Amazon as well, especially moleskins, I would be super happy. Well, we definitely got some eBay stuff at least. Let's see if we can get some stuff for Amazon. Honestly, pretty good haul. It's gonna be a couple $100 total. Also found more moleskins over there, so that's pretty cool. 160 for eBay on top of everything that we were able to spend on Amazon, so that's pretty clutch. Getting there. Feels weird to be almost done in the middle of the day. Less than 100 to go. Dang. I realized if we counted right, I'm at 8 questions answered, which doesn't include the one where I ask if I'm in shape. So for question 9, we have something that's more of a help for you guys as well as myself. If you live near a Publix, Abby commented on my 3rd reselling vlog. She said when you get the chicken tender sub, check the Super Saver coupon at the front of the store. Sometimes there's a $2 off a full sub combo, and then the normal $1 off the whole sub is cheaper than the sub itself. We're all here to help people be smarter with their money, so Abby's definitely helped me out with that today, and hopefully I can pass that knowledge on to y'all. A couple more stores to get this last $100 spent, and then we'll answer that last question that I have. I'm excited but hesitant. I found a ton of these Puma shoes and these Puma shoes, and I'm not super aware of Puma soccer cleats. I don't think they're the top end, but we're gonna find out. A full cart of stuff to look up. So far I found these are the top end model. This one's lower end, but it still is selling a ton. Perfect. These are the yeses. These are the no's. I did find another one of these, which should make me about 150%. I was in the women's section, which is clutch, but I have no Amazon inventory, so hopefully you can find something in the line. Well, that's really annoying. Finally got something for Amazon. Starting to take a little longer than I thought it would. You have to be home in about 3 hours, so hopefully we can get this last $100 spent without too much more problem. That's embarrassing. 100% skunked. Amazon and eBay both. I feel like this last $100 is gonna take me the longest to spend. Nothing good. Fishing and technology, those are our last hopes. Oh man, just trying to spend money. Not much, but closer. This is the same plaza where I shot my how to source for eBay videos. We got the Ross here, we got a Ross and Marshalls over there, and then there is an Academy really, really close. If we have time, I might stop there, spend a couple extra $100. You have to be home by 5, so if I have time to stop there, I might stop and just see what they got. But I was there 2 weeks ago, so I don't feel too much of the need to do that. Just kidding, we're going to Ross. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I think that might be the rest of what we need to spend, but we'll at least hit up the Marshalls. My friend texted me who I was gonna meet up with at 5 and said that he's a little busy. That means we're going to Academy too. We did it. We're over $1,500 in Amazon spend. So that means we're gonna get to that 10th Q&A question here. Actually, when we get into Marshalls, I'll answer that. I really quickly have a question for you guys. I'd really love to know what type of stuff you'd wanna see while I'm out doing these reselling vlogs, because I've really enjoyed doing them and they seem to have a really great response, and I really appreciate that. So if there's like any aspect of things that you want me to talk about or that you want to see, I would love to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. So if you have an answer to that question, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to make these better for you. Let's get to that last Q&A while we source this Marshall. Question was from Rach Nicole. She asked, what apps are you using? And I know I don't explain it too often in these videos, but let's really quickly go over the apps that I use. These down here are the only 4 apps that I use. eBay app, Scoutify 2, Scout IQ, and Amazon Seller. The only apps you need are the free ones, which are eBay and Amazon Seller. Scoutify 2 comes with Inventory Labs, which is $49 per month, and that's what I use to send in all my shipments to Amazon. And then Scout IQ, the orange one, is $14 per month. And that actually goes back to that first question about why I don't use Keepa with Scoutify 2. Whenever you see me looking up shoes, I'm using the eBay app, and everything else for Amazon, I'll always use Scoutify 2 first. And if I don't know if it'll sell or not, then I'll go to the orange app and check Scout IQ and look at the Keepa chart, which will tell me how often something sells. You can get all the information that you need from just the Amazon Seller app, and I might make a video going out and just using that to source. The other apps cost some money, but they save you a ton of time. One last stop, only gonna be buying real home runs here and some restocks, because I sold 2 or 3 times the amount that I thought on some of the items that I sell a lot of. For whatever reason, I feel like it's gonna be like almost nothing here. All right, my guess, 204. That was a couple dollars. Honestly, I could have just come to 3 academies and pretty much spent all my money. Now we gotta catalog and ship out all of that Amazon inventory and list everything on eBay. But we're gonna do that in a different video. And in that other video, we're gonna go over the totals in terms of potential profit for Amazon and eBay. But here's how much we spent on Amazon, and here's how much we spent on eBay. That video will be coming out next week, and whoever comments the closest to total potential profit between Amazon and eBay, I'll owe a coffee the next time they go sourcing. And we can do that via Venmo, PayPal, however you want. And if you don't resell, you can just get a coffee whenever. If you want to catch up on the other videos that I did in this style, where we just go out and source together for a whole day, this playlist is going to have all 4 of those other ones that I've already done. If you're making all this money, eventually you're going to want to start investing it. That way you don't have to work so hard for the rest of your life. So watch this video to learn how to open a Roth IRA and why that's the best investment account for you. And if you're interested in everything that I use as a full-time reseller to make my life a little easier, watch this video down here. Stay smart.